conversation. Hey, yo, let's chop it up, man. Hey, yo, let's have a conversation. Hey, yo, may I interject? It's about time for communal reconnect. Power of the we in some type of context. Working on the us so we can hit up what's next. It's that grown brother, grown sister type of flex. More like soul check, not just collecting checks. Fact, not feelings is what we got on deck. Take the high road, so this here is high tech. Getting to the real, very thing that we hitting on. Pull up or sit down, tell me what you sipping on. Reclaiming kinghood, that is what we getting on. Real headlines is what we spitting on. So, hey now, yo, let's have a conversation. Maybe take a sec to talk on what we facing. Only way to change it.
This is Have the Conversation. My name is TJ, and I will be your facilitator for today's journey. Today, on the RBN, the Real Bravado Network, we address Black issues over here, especially those issues that keep Black folk from being together, and we attack the issue, not the person, unless the issue becomes the person. Let me explain something to you guys. I cannot believe what I'm going to be doing today. I never thought that I will see the... Hold on a second before I get there. Hold on a minute. Acknowledge me. That's right. Acknowledge the Real Bravado Network. Acknowledge the chat. Acknowledge those who support. Acknowledge those who watch the replay. Acknowledge yourself, and let's not forget, acknowledge the big homie Eric Jordan in the chat today. Oh, also gotta acknowledge the top stream supporter, which is the Uncle Junior Network, and the top supporter of the stream doesn't necessarily mean it's the highest financial contributor. It's the one who rocks with your boy over here and provides encouragement, feedback, and also suggestions for the live streams. Speaking of live streams, believe it or not, today live stream is actually inspired by Messy Michonne, and I believe Messy Michonne is in the chat. And Messy Michonne, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, she did a live stream and she covered something, and she made a statement that only one or two content creators have actually covered. I actually covered it, but you know, I'm not as widely known in these streets as Messy Michonne, but we're going to talk about it today. And I cannot believe, for the life of me, I cannot believe what I'm going to do today, which is I am going to, and mark this down, I am going to defend Candace Owens. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe I'm about to defend Candace Owens, especially, but the more this woman talks, the more I listen to her, and the more I see people attack her in her narrative, and the more I see her defend herself, I swear, I'm starting to feel some type of way about Candace Owens. I am really starting to feel some type of way. Do you want to know what kind of way I'm starting to feel about Candace Owens? Here we go. I'm starting to feel some type of way about the good sister. But before we get going today, let me first.
Money making is my thing, because I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
All right, shout out to the financial contributors to the Real Bravado Network. Gotta pay some homage to those who decide to break a little bread with a brother. Thank you, 3D Radio, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you talking about I think he's the first one. Pass the collection plate. Please do. Please do. Please do. Because YouTube be demonetizing my shit like 5 minutes after my streams are over with, bro. They be on YouTube be on one. I guess if you're not, pushing let's turn every black man gay narrative, then I guess YouTube ain't got nothing to do with you. So shout out to the 3D Radio Network, and of course the good brother Eric Jordan with the $5 super sticker. Yeah, I acknowledge you, brother. I always acknowledge you, but we always got to give you a little bit of. Yeah, so shout out to Eric Jordan for the nickel. I appreciate it, brother. And as always, at every stream, at every live, we cannot forget about the good sister Almond Eyes with her $5 contribution and support to the brother. And so, of course, she also deserves. All right, here we go. And then who do we got left? And Messy Mashawn has been a chat member for 2 months. For 2 months? All right, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. We getting at it. We gonna get at it today because for real though, Messy Mashawn, for real. Today, it's all about
fuck them kids.
Yeah, that's what we're doing today. Yep. Just in case you didn't hear it,
fuck them kids.
Right. And I cannot believe Lisa, the housewives from the KS House Wives Club channel is in the building. It's interesting topic. I hope it is. And Miss Lisa, thank you for the $2. And of course, I got something for your $2. Let me see.
But these last $2.
Yeah, hopefully that's not your last $2. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to send it back to you. But thank you for the $2 super chat. And then thank you, Alexander X, for becoming a champ. That's what I'm talking about. Alexander, I got something for you, brother. All right. So thank you guys. Let's keep it going, and we're gonna get right into it because y'all know I'm not one of these so-called long strokers. I like to get in and get out. I like to get in, take care of the business, and then get on up out of here. But first,
let me talk to you.
All right. But first, let me talk to you. You know what? I always struggle with definitively saying that as a collective group of people, that Black people, we're done for. That there's no hope. That these conversations don't have it, no longer serve a purpose because there's nothing that's going to be able to reverse course from where we are because we have too many generations that are currently here that have bad programming and bad intentions and just hell-bent on self-destruction. So I have the hardest time like saying that with my chest out because part of me do not want to really believe that we are absolutely done for. We are absolutely done for. We have more problems than a little bit. And our issues have more layers than the 7-layer cake. It really do. And a lot of time in these YouTube streets, what we've been doing for the most part has been focusing on the issues, the relational issues between Black folk and between Black men and Black women. We've been focusing real tough on relational issues. But the one thing that we really don't spend a lot of time talking about is how what we are doing has affected our children, you know?
Fuck them kids! Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you? You too, bitch! Issa, what the fuck? You want something too?
Yeah, so it's literally, we have gotten to a point in Black culture, it's fuck them kids. That's where we are now. It's all about
Fuck them kids.
That's our whole narrative. Everything that we're doing to one another is completely about
Fuck them kids.
Now listen, I sit around and I am watching like these crop of babies that are being raised right now. We're talking about infant through 18 years old right now, and what they are doing. I'm in the second largest city in the Midwest, which is St. Louis, Missouri, and you are hard pressed to watch the news any night of the week and them not have a story and video footage of seeing 12, 13, 14-year-old young men walking up and down the streets of downtown St. Louis with assault rifles. You could go on YouTube and look at a lot of these stories that have come out. Chicago, Baltimore, Memphis. These places are not the only rough places. The reason why St. Louis don't get a lot of the national attention because we're too close to Chicago. And believe it or not, the bull crap that's going on in Chicago, Baltimore, Memphis, just name the big city. Just name the big city. And nothing's being done about it. Let me explain the dirty little truth to you. The reason why there's nothing being done about it, and the reason why there's no real alarm being sound, because it's just black folk doing black folk things. The black community has been completely and utterly littered with nothing but gremlins and demons. So the entire country is basically
fuck them kids.
And based on how the mothers and the fathers and the men and the women that call themselves black, the way we interact with each other, we are also saying
fuck them kids.
That's what we're saying. And it's getting more and more ridiculous and more sad. I have a couple stories that I want to get to before I get to Candace Owens, okay? And we have made the decision, black people have made the decision to basically
fuck them kids.
And we don't care. We don't care. Now, let me tell you something. Personally, I don't give a fuck about your kids. None. But I give a fuck about what's what I mean when I don't give a fuck about your kids. I don't care nothing about the responsibility of them, your kids, and you decide to make the kids with the people that you decide to make them with, and then you turn them damn gremlins loose onto the scene. So right now, what we have going on right now, we got Pookie Jr. and Pookie the Third out here terrorizing the goddamn community. So we got Pookie Sr. terrorizing the community, Pookie Jr. terrorizing the community, and Pookie the Third terrorizing the community. And then all of our black women talking about ain't enough good black men out here, or they're playing victim, or whatever the case may be that they're doing. They're not responsible for Pookie Jr., or Pookie the Third. And sometimes our women got a baby by Pookie and Pookie Jr. And Pookie the Third is on his way. Some of y'all got, now some of our women out here ain't gonna sit here and pretend like some of y'all ain't got no kids by your kid's father and his son. Out here doing all kind of F stuff. But I want to get into a couple stories real quick. But right before we get into those stories, of course, you know what I gotta do. You know what I gotta do before we get into those stories.
Money making is my thing, cause I'm trying to be rich, trying to put away meals.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here comes the
Shout out to the Black Lamb. Thank you for the double nickel. Thank you. I appreciate the double nickel. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. I know this is going to be a great stream. Let's hope so. I'm really hoping for it. And then she's right back at it with another $5. And of course, you know, every time somebody drops a nickel on me, I gotta hit them. Yes, facts. It's gonna be much worse before it gets better. This is literally the beginning. There is going to be a much longer divide within our community. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the demons that are terrorizing the community, they're getting younger and younger and younger and younger. So let's take a look at our first story. And the first story is a 13-year-old, and his mother decided.
Fuck them kids.
That's what his mother decided. Not only did his mama decide it, but they actually, because the good daddy didn't want to fight, he decided to.
Fuck them kids.
So because we decide to.
Fuck them kids.
This 13-year-old is what the outcome is. So let's take a look.
Is uncovering new details tonight about the middle school student, just 13 years old, shot and killed this weekend while trying to carjack an off-duty federal security officer.
Right off the back, a 13-year-old kid was deleted by an off-duty federal officer because he was out there pulling carjacking.
Officer. Today, the child's middle school principal described Bernard Tony as smart, funny, and talented.
The middle school principal described this 13-year-old little gremlin as smart, funny, and talented. He was so smart and funny, and he was so talented that he got his ass killed out here doing carjacking, doing absolute carjacking. So I guess when this boy was born, I guess everybody in this family decided this was the best option.
Fuck them kids!
Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you?
You too, bitch! Issa, what the fuck? You want some too?
Yep, that's it. Kick them in the chest, fuck them kids, throw it in the basket. That's what we decided to do. That's what his family decided to do with him the day he was born. Oh, look at the little baby. All right, Steph Curry, 3-point from downtown into the trash. Fuck them kids. That's what they decided to do with this young man. Just straight up.
Fuck them kids.
Just straight up and down. And then the middle school teacher describes this kid as funny, smart, and talented. But he's so smart, funny, and talented that the smart, funny, and talent got his ass killed. How in the world is a 13-year-old able to roam the fucking streets to be able to do a carjacking? How many of you want to bet this wasn't the first carjacking? The way that they're presenting this story, the way that they're starting out this story, as this was just some unfortunate event that this kid found himself in. This little boy is basically Pookie the Third.
But we also learned he is no stranger to police. This Saturday was not the first.
Right off the bat, this 13-year-old was no stranger to the police. Pookie Jr. Let's take a look at him. I'm gonna blow him up. Handsome little man, Pookie Jr. Pookie Jr. Pookie Jr.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kids?
Yeah.
Yep, fuck the kids. That's what his family, his mama, his dad, his grandmama, his cousins, everybody said when he was born, man, fuck them kids. They held him in the arms, and then they took his little body and did a 3-point.
Fuck them kids!
Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you?
You too, bitch! Issa, what the fuck? You want some too?
That's a damn shame. He's no stranger to the police.
Funny and talented. But we also learned he is no stranger to police. This Saturday was not the first time he was accused of stealing cars. News 4's Darcy Spencer has the new developments.
It was here on D Street Northwest, outside an office building, that 13-year-old Bernard Tony Jr. was shot and killed when he allegedly tried to carjack
Bernard Tony Jr., a.k.a. Pookie III.
An off-duty federal security officer. 13-year-old Bernard Tony Jr. was shot and killed when he allegedly tried to carjack an off-duty federal security officer. It was around 10 Saturday night.
What the hell is a 13-year-old doing outside 10 o'clock at night? And he's out on a prowl. So how many people believe that this young man, this 13-year-old, was a product of a single mom home? How many people believe that he was?
And listen to a single mom. It's time to listen to a single mom. I'm a single mom. I'm a single.
And then I bet you there have been people over the years that have tried to warn her and talk to her about Pookie III's behavior. And you know what she said to them? She told them she probably told them to leave her the F alone, stay out of their business, mind your own, go raise your own. And she did all of this and screaming.
I'm a black woman.
And I bet you the men around were nothing but a bunch of.
It's amazing. Beta!
Yeah.
Beta!
Yep. What was a 13-year-old doing out at 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday? Did his mother ever know where he was at? How do you not know where your 13-year-old is at? How do you not know your 13-year-old ain't out there carjacking somebody?
Police say the officer was sitting in his car waiting for a shift to start when two juveniles told him to get out. According to the report, one of the teens had his hand in his front waistband pocket as if he had a handgun. And as he was complying, the officer pulled a gun and shot Tony in the chest. A second juvenile ran away. The off-duty officer's gun was the only one recovered from the scene.
Guns, carjackings, 13-year-olds. Recipe for tragedy.
Two sources familiar with the investigation confirmed that Tony was arrested last May for a carjacking and robbery spree.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
Fuck them kids.
What the hell is wrong with you?
You told me. Issa, what the fuck? You want something too?
That was his mama. Oh, cute little baby. Dub City from downtown. Fuck them kids. You too, bitch. You want some? And now this boy's not alive no more. He's on a carjacking spree. 13 years old is on a carjacking spree. Let me say something. Let's not pretend that a lot of us can't tell when a kid is 5 or 6 years old what path they're on. Let's not pretend that we don't see the 5, 6-year-old who in preschool or kindergarten or first grade and they're terrorizing the classroom. Let's not pretend like we don't know the kindergarten or the first grader that's not throwing chairs around the room, terrorizing the kids, cussing the teachers out. Let's not pretend we don't see this. And let's not pretend we don't say nothing to the mother, because 9 times out of 10, there's no father around because the woman's too busy trying to do what Keke Palmer is trying to do to her kid's father. This child's life was cut short before he even had hair on his nuts. Because everybody surrounding him basically said,
fuck them kids.
That's what they said. Fuck them kids. Let's check out his carjacking spree.
For tragedy.
Two sources familiar with the investigation confirmed that Tony was arrested last May for a carjacking and robbery spree. This map shows the area where he allegedly committed 9 crimes in a 6-week period.
Look at this shit. Look at this. 9 different carjackings around the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. What do y'all call that out there? The DMV? The DMV? How does a 13-year-old get to do 9 damn carjackings? Armed carjackings. Armed. What is it? How does it? Remember what I said at the beginning of the stream. You'll be hard-pressed to find on the news here in St. Louis of video footage of them not seeing these 12, 13-year-old dudes walking down the street at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with assault rifles. Where in the hell is a damn preteen and teen getting a damn assault rifle from? If they have access to assault rifle, then their family, their mother, their fathers, uncles, their grandmothers, everybody who cares about him has basically said,
fuck them kids.
News 4 reported he was 12 years old at the time. It's unclear what happened with those cases and why Tony was back on the...
He committed all of those crimes at 12, and he dead at 13. Pookie the Third is dead at 13.
The street. In a one-on-one interview, Chief Pamela Smith told News 4 she wanted to be sensitive to the teen's parents and classmates.
Whoa. She said she wanted to be... She said, let me run that back again.
Pamela Smith told News 4
Hold on.
It's unclear what happened with those cases and why Tony was back on the street. In a one-on-one interview, Chief Pamela Smith told News 4 she wanted to be sensitive to the teen's parents and classmates.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
You want to be sensitive to the kids' parents? You know what the kids, you know what Tony's parents thought about him? This is what they thought about him.
Fuck them kids! Elijah! What the hell is wrong with you? You too, bitch! Issa, what the fuck? You want something too?
Yeah, that demonic laugh. They were straight up.
Fuck them kids.
That's what our parents, you want to be sensitive to the parents? You want to be sensitive to the parents. All I'm hearing.
Talkity talk, talking.
That's all I'm hearing.
He was known to the Metropolitan Police Department, and it's just unfortunate that this particular incident happened on Saturday night.
Tony was a 7th grader at Kelly Miller Middle School in Northeast D.C. We could see police presence at the school today. Counseling services were also being offered to students. The school principal sent a letter to parents saying Tony was a smart and talented student. He had a natural comedic ability and loved to make people laugh.
He loved to make people laugh. And he loved the carjackers too. He loved the carjack too.
I have a disease. I'm allergic to stupid shit.
Especially when he would joke that he was the principal of Kelly Miller Middle.
Yeah, he actually believed that shit. He believed, he wasn't joking. He believed that. An armed 12-year-old walking around, snatching people's cars and potentially could end somebody's life. You think he was joking when he said he was the principal? That little Pookie the Third believed that.
Bernard also loved to play basketball and spend his free time on the court with his friends. D.C.'s crime crisis was the subject of a council committee meeting earlier in the day. Leaders, community members, and victim families discussing violence reduction programs.
Everywhere I go, I hear people say that crime is the worst that they have seen, and it is driving our long-term residents out of the city.
According to D.C. crime stats, there have been 827 carjackings in the district so far this year. 74% of them involve guns, and most of those arrested are under 18.
Fuck them kids.
I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king and I will never knew. Plotting for my fall, you getting hanged for trees.